Okay, Ben here again. We're just gonna do a quick video to set something straight because I knew what was happening, but apparently it was a shock to the internet. And no visuals today, just the list because I was going to do a prediction video for Nintendo's 2023, and of course I was busy with 31 Days of Kirby, which was totally awesome. One of my new favorite franchises now, but that's beside the point. If you ever thought that Breath of the Wild 2, or whatever the next Zelda game is going to be called, because Breath of the Wild 2 is kind of a stupid name, it's just a placeholder everyone seems to be using for no particular reason. So if you ever thought that the next Zelda game wasn't coming out before March 2023, at the end of Nintendo's fiscal year, like they do every time, then what can I say? You don't know Nintendo. So I'm gonna lay out my predictions for the rest of, well, maybe not the entire 2023, but some important games that I think are coming out. And I've gone on record as saying for a couple of them. And of course, like I said, this was written before they announced the delay for the next Zelda game. So, of course, the receipts to back that up, you'd have to carbon date the ink, or not ink, pencil lead. So anyway, Nintendo's 2023, I shotgunned this when they said, or when they announced Mario Strikers. I said that next up in June is Mario Baseball, or Mario Sluggers, because you started off with Tennis Aces, then there was Super Rush. Then, like we said, Strikers is coming out, and what does that leave? That leaves baseball, and that leaves basketball. And since there's only ever been one basketball game, and considering the popularity of the sport in Japan, I think baseball 2023 June is the next most likely candidate. So, and without further ado, in January, I think we are finally going to get Bayonetta 3. Why? Because it's been long enough. One. Two, I think the 1-2 Collector's Edition was released in January 2018. So that's at least a solid 5 years since I think it's time, I think it's due. So January, Bayonetta, boom. Then March, Zelda, boom. June, Mario Baseball, boom. Now, after that, we start getting into some major speculation. In November, I think we're going to get Pokemon DLC for Scarlet and Violet. And since Scarlet is basically red, my friend and I were discussing that it should have been like an orange and violet, or an orange and indigo, or a violet and indigo, something like that. But names and colors aside, new Pokemon DLC, just like Sword and Shield had Crown, Tundra, and Isle of Armor, I think Scarlet Violet is going to get their DLC in November, and that keeps the Pokemon franchise going on its annual thing. Although, had they, well, spent more time in the oven with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, or switched that with Arceus, because it is Arceus on the katakana, so the real pronunciation is the soft C. But yeah, if, like, that needed so much more time in the oven. But I think to keep the annual release, they're going to do the DLC in November. And then some speculation. Metroid Prime Trilogy HD is probably going to be the October game. I know there have been reports the first game is ready. There have been reports the trilogy has been ready. So whichever reports are true or not true, I think it's finally coming out this year. I don't think they're going to release them individually, because that would really piss a lot of people off, quite frankly. You already have the trilogy on the Wii. It's going to be Trilogy HD. Nobody wants to pay full $60 price or 6,000, 7,000 yen price for each individual game. It's just not worth it. It's all three or nothing. And I believe that's the October release, exactly a year following Dread, which was awesome, as you know, my game of the year. And then in 2024, we may finally see Prime 4 again, possibly in October. Okay, so then I have my reasons for this, but I believe a new Star Fox is due. We haven't had a proper Star Fox outing since, well, the Wii U. So that was 2014, maybe 2015, where they had the dual screen setup. Interesting concept, but I have my reasons. I think we'll see the return of Fox. And yeah, even though Starlink did a little bit did some extra missions there on the Switch, I think it's time for a full release. And finally, probably the biggest long shot of them all, but this will please so many fans, a Mother 1 to 3 collection. We get Earthbound physical, not just the Nintendo Online. But yeah, we get all three games on one cart, and that should be Nintendo's 2023. I don't see anything like F-Zero coming along. I even joked that 30 years from now in a Direct, there's going to be a new, or Pikmin 4, because Spawnwave was doing their thing. Yeah, and I'm watching that Pikmin 4 Direct, and yep, there's still no game for us F-Zero fans. You know, old Ben there, but yeah, so I think, and this video is here on the internet. Feel free to praise me next year when I'm right. Feel free to criticize me next year when I'm wrong, because that's what the internet does. But yeah, Nintendo's 2023, I'm calling it Bayonetta 3, Zelda, Mario Baseball, Star Fox, Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, the Mother 1 to 3 collection, and Pokemon DLC. Okay, so those are my way too early predictions for the future. Hope you enjoyed the video. If not, then you know what to do. And until next time, have a good one.